I'm Keely and this is Voice of a Creative, and today I'm going to show you my April makes. So I just wanted to welcome my new subscribers and say thank you so much to those people who have been subscribed for a while. It means so much to me that you watch my videos, and it just makes videoing even more fun because I know lots of people are watching and hopefully enjoying the videos. So if you are watching and you aren't subscribed, please do, because it's just really lovely to be part of the community and see that people are kind of coming and enjoying the videos as well. So part of the reason I've gained a few extra subscribers is because I was mentioned on the Stitch Sisters video, and that was so wonderful. I was just watching the video, my normal Sunday morning routine now. They post a video of what they love that week and then popped up my picture, and I was really shocked but also really happy that they mentioned me. I do watch their videos loads and they're absolutely fab as well. So I did make a few things this month. I made 8 things, but I did work on 2 others which took up a lot of time, but they weren't finished in April. I only just finished them yesterday, so I'm going to put those into my May Makes videos, but I'm really pleased with those. Unfortunately, April for me was a month of kind of disappointing bakes. I'm not like overly disappointed with all of them. I just feel that they're not makes I love. And I was sewing yesterday and I finished 3 things that I absolutely love, and I was really happy with them. And then a lot of these makes that I'm going to show you today, I am happy with them, I like them, but they're not things I love, and that has kind of stunted my kind of sojo a little bit, because I started to think, oh, I'm always making things I don't like very much or I don't love, which is really silly, I know, because actually comparing these items to the things I made ages ago, they're much better. But I just feel like a lot of them are quite dark colours, and I feel like it's summer and I'm starting to like brighter colours, so really I need to kind of just edit what I'm making a little bit, I think. So I'm going to show you the makes. So there's a few different patterns that I've used this time around. Quite a few of these makes are for the Minerva Makers blog, so the fabric was sent to me for free, and the blog posts for these are going to be coming up in July, so I am going to show you them so you can just see, and also it keeps my months in order, so the things I made in April show in the April vlog, because then it helps me remember kind of what I made each month. I'm going to go through the dresses first just because that's easier, and then I'll move on to t-shirts and some loungewear as well. So the first one is this that I am wearing. So this is the Joni dress from the Tilly and the Buttons stretch book, and I've been wanting to make this for a little while because so many people have made it and it looks really beautiful on them. And also it's a jersey dress pattern, which I love sewing with jersey, so I thought it was worth giving it a try. And overall I'm really happy with it. I think it's a really lovely shape on me. I think it suits me really well. And this fabric worked really well for it. So this is a viscose jersey from Minerva Crafts, and it's got this speckle detail on it, like a little blobs. They're quite random in their positioning. So this is the fabric there, and I'm just going to stand up and show you the dress. So really love the skirt on this one. So it's quite a full skirt, and then you've got the knot detail here, and then shorts. I just went for the short sleeves. The one thing I would say about this is I struggled with the knot a little bit. I did watch Shona from Satisfaction and follow the instructions, but it did come out a bit twisted, I felt, and I've had to kind of tuck it under and stitch it. So I don't know, I can show you it a bit closer. So I think this is how it's supposed to be, but I did struggle with it a little bit. The only other thing about this as well is it's gone a bit funny on my shoulder here. So I've got like a gather here and then it's up on the shoulder here. So I can pull it down and it's fine, but I still have this here, but I don't know if that's because it's gathered here. So I'm not overly pleased with the fit on the shoulders. I will still wear it, but I do think I need to make a bit of an arm adjustment because it's a little bit tight on my arm, and a shoulder adjustment here. So I'm not overly pleased with that, but really pleased with this in terms of the shape. The fabric, viscose jersey, really lovely to work with, but I just feel this is more of a winter dress now, just because it's like slightly duller. So I'm gonna think about making a brightly coloured cardigan to kind of wear with it, so I will get some wear out of it in the summer hopefully. So that's my first make. So this is my next make, and this is the Samantha Dress from Athena Cuckoo Patterns. So that is a pattern that I received free in exchange for a review video a little bit ago, and I will post a link to that below so you can go and check that out if you want to. So this is another fabric that I got from Minerva Crafts, so I'll just show you a close-up of the fabric. So it's this teal with a kind of crown design, and the other Samantha dress I made with long sleeves, and I haven't really got much wear out of it yet, so I'm going to chop the sleeves off so they're shorter. So I wanted to try the shorter sleeved version, and I'm really pleased I did, because I'm a lot happier with this length sleeve, just because the other length sleeve was kind of getting in the crease in my arm here and it was becoming quite uncomfortable. Also, it's coming up to summer, so shorter sleeves will probably be better. This fabric was quite easy to work with. It is quite a fine fabric. It's a jersey, but it has a slightly different texture to it. It almost feels kind of like a crepe texture. It's kind of like got a grid type thing on the back. So I've never felt fabric like it before, basically. And I will try and link all the fabrics and things down below so you can go and check them out if you want to. But I'll just stand up and show you it. So I actually really like the grown on sleeve. I didn't think I would like that, but actually I think it looks quite nice. With this fabric, it's quite soft on me, almost kimono-esque type thing. And then the wrap front, I did make a slight adjustment from my previous one. So in my previous one, I shortened the bodice, so it's slightly above my natural waist. My natural waist is kind of here, so it's slightly above. But I've also shortened it kind of this way this time, so I took a chunk out of this. And I feel like it fits a little better, but it is still a little baggy here. I also had to take it in quite a lot at the sides again, and I had to do that last time, and I cut a smaller size this time as well, so I still had to do that. But I think it's because this fabric is quite stretchy, so it has a lot of stretch to it, more than is recommended for the pattern. So yeah, really pleased with the skirt as well. The one thing I would say about this dress is it does feel really soft and it is really comfy, but and I know this isn't a huge deal, but it is quite clingy. But I feel like it doesn't show me in the best light. So I haven't worn this yet. I'm gonna wait and see. But yeah, I think for me, this fabric just doesn't show me in my best light, which makes me feel a little self-conscious about it. So I'm not quite sure how much wear I'm gonna get out of this. I will see the first time I wear it and I'll see how I feel then. So I'm going to change into my next make. So this is my next make. Really pleased with this one actually. I think out of the makes this month, this is one of my favourites, even though it is in black fabric. This is a dress I made for my friend's hen party. So the theme of the night was that the bride would wear white and we would wear black. And that was in Barcelona, and I have showed you pictures of that before, but I will post a picture of me wearing it on the night. And this is basically my last piece of black fabric that I had in my stash. So as you might know if you've watched for a while, I'm trying to remove black from my wardrobe and go with navy instead, just because I feel like black's a little bit harsh with my skin tone. I'm so pale anyway. So this is basically my last black piece of fabric. So this dress was kind of free because I bought this fabric I think like 8 years ago and I still had it. So it's a slightly different fabric. So if I just stand up to show you. So it's black, but it's got these zigzags on it. Sorry, it looks a bit fluffy, but it's got zigzags on it. And this is my go-to kind of wrap front dress pattern, which is the Mccalls M7381. And I'm glad I got that right. And this is a dress that is for woven fabrics, but I've adapted it to make it into jersey. So I keep the front exactly the same as the pattern, but I've changed the back to be just a standard block bodice with darts, and also changed the back of the skirt as well. So in the pattern it has lots of gathers, but this one, which I'll show you when I stand up in a second, doesn't have any gathers across the back. It just has 2 pleats to just make the room for my bum. So I'll stand up and show you. So really love this dress pattern because of the gathered shoulders. As you might know, I've made quite a few of these, but it's because I really like the style of it and I think it looks nice on me. I feel really kind of glamorous and nice in this dress. So I would say just make loads of them if you feel nice in it. So it's got the gathers at the front here, so it's pleat details here. And then at the back, it's just got darts here and here, and then slight pleats here, but then it just falls down into the skirt. But overly really pleased. So normally I would stitch this together at the front, but I haven't on this one, just because this fabric isn't as stretchy, so I wanted a bit more space for my chest so I could breathe really. But it stays together, and I would wear a little top underneath anyway, just because I usually get cold. But yeah, really pleased with that one. I think one of my favourite makes of the month, and I'll get changed into my next one. So my next make is this t-shirt. So this is a Freya t-shirt from the Tilly and the Buttons stretch book, and I got this fabric from Hobbycraft. So it's just a cotton jersey, and I thought it looked really lovely and bright and summery for spring and things. This is the neckline hack that I did, so just to bring the neckline down a little bit. I am pleased with this t-shirt, but I feel like it's not quite the same as my other one. So I have an art gallery jersey fabric t-shirt, which I absolutely love, and it like fits perfectly. Although this was the same pattern that I used, this one doesn't fit quite as well. For some reason I feel a little bit kind of wider in this. I'm not really sure. I think it's because it is a brighter colour than I normally wear, and I'm maybe not used to that yet. I'm not really sure. Yeah, so not so pleased with this, but I don't really know why. Now I have just put on a pair of jeans. Now this is my first me-made pair of jeans, which I've not worn out yet. I only finished them yesterday. So I'm going to show you these properly on my next video, but they were just in the room to change into, so it's much easier. So this is the t-shirt. So the standard length for the Freya, I just keep it as the same length as the pattern. And the back, so I have made a slight adjustment more recently to change the back slightly, because I feel like it's coming over a little bit too much at the back. And the one thing I'm just questioning about it, which I have questioned before on my Freyas, is this, I'm getting a bit of excess fabric here, and that's something that I've been looking to kind of get rid of. If anyone knows why I'm getting this excess fabric, please kind of let me know. So the idea of this t-shirt was to kind of wear it kind of tucked in potentially, or underneath pinafores, or tucked into a skirt maybe. So I do like it. It is a nice bright pattern, but I just, and it fits me really well here. I'm just a bit unsure about this area here. I'm not sure. So I am a little disappointed, just because I thought I was making a go-to pattern, and in this fabric it's just gone a bit like this. So that's something that I'm going to have to continue to edit. So this is my next make. So this is really beautiful sweatshirting that I got from Like So Amazing. And this is an Elliot sweater by Helen's Closet hack into a cardigan. So I was really inspired by the Tilly and the Buttons Nora cardigan hack, and I wanted to do the same for this one. Unfortunately, I feel like it hasn't quite worked, because it constantly feels like it's falling off, which I think is a bit odd. I'm not really sure why that's happening. So I think I am going to relook at this make and see if I can just make it back into a jumper again, just because it does feel like it's falling, and the neckband doesn't quite work with it for some reason. I think this is one of those things when you try and hack something and you're not actually using a pattern, sometimes it doesn't turn out as good as it could. I mean, I finished it nicely, it looks nice, but just feels funny, and I know that as it stands I probably won't wear it, so I am going to make some adjustments. I think I've got enough fabric left to recut the front, so I can just use the current arms and then just put the new front on so it becomes a jumper basically. So I'll stand up and show you it as it is. So essentially what I did to make this is cut it down the centre. So instead of cutting it on the fold, I had it cut into two pieces, and then I adapted both pieces so they curved. I used the Blackwood cardigan pattern to help me with that, and then I added a neckband just like the Blackwood cardigan basically. I'm not sure why, but it's dragging back a little bit, and the neckline kind of stands up. And that's not to do with the fabric, it's more like the positioning of it. So really lovely details, like I put in this detail here. It's a real shame because I feel like I finished it really nicely. Really lovely fabric to work with. But yeah, I just feel like it's kind of falling off a little bit. So I think with this one I am going to have to alter it, which it was going to be a nice lounging cardigan, but unfortunately I just feel like it hasn't quite worked, which is a real shame, and I'm really disappointed in that, and I was quite upset when I did it, because it just, yeah, it's a shame to waste really good fabric, but hopefully I'll be able to save it and make it into just a jumper instead. So I'm going to go on to my last 3 makes, and they are grouped together because they are all made out of the same fabric, and that's fabric that I got from Minerva Crafts. It's a cotton jersey. So this is the fabric. So I made 3 items. I made Hudson pants, I made an Elliot Tee, and also an Agnes top out of the leftover fabric. So that was amazing that I managed to make all of those 3 out of the same fabric. So I will just pop it on and show you. So this is the first one. This is an Agnes tee. So I've done the gathering at the front and the puff shoulder sleeves. Overall, I'm really happy with the shape of this. I wouldn't normally go for the puff shoulders, but actually I think they look quite nice. There's a nice detail to add. And then I'm really happy with the gathering at the front here. It wasn't too difficult to do. I had some clear elastic, and you basically sew the clear elastic on the other side while stretching it, and then when it unstretches it kind of gathers it together. So really like that detail there. And then the puff shoulder, so it's slightly gathered here, and then it has the pleats in the side. So this is it in full. So I really like the length of this, the Agnes top. I feel like this fits me a little better on the shoulders, and really like the pleats and things of the sleeves. So overall quite pleased. I'm not 100% sure on the fabric. It's slightly duller. It looks bright in some lights and then dull in others. But I think I'll get wear out of this, especially tucked into jeans or maybe a skirt, and definitely with a cardigan as well. And I'm wondering about like with a pinafore. I've just made a Clio pinafore, so hopefully with that as well. So that's the first one made out of this fabric. So I've put the Hudson pants on and the Elliot Tee. So this is all in the same fabric, and I used this, which is a ribbing that I had in my stash, as a contrast. So with the Elliot Tee I went for short sleeves, and then I did a side slit detail as well. And with the Hudson pants I went for the long version, and the only thing I edited out was I didn't do the stitches and ties at the waist, because I find that I just don't really need them. So I'm going to stand up and show you. So this is the Elliot Tee. This is a loose fit raglan sleeve tee. I've added the detail on the sleeve here with the dark blue, and then with the neckband as well. So really pleased with this, really lovely and comfy. And then it's got the side split detail as well, which I think just finishes it off really nicely. Then the Hudson pants, I've got the waistband with elastic, and then I did the contrast pocket detail, and then the cuffs as well. So really pleased with that. Really cute set of pyjamas that I can wear, or lounge wear, just really comfortable to wear. But yeah, overall really pleased. So those were all my makes for this month. So a kind of varying bag really. I think it's difficult when you have one make that doesn't turn out quite as you wanted. And I've had quite a few this month, and going through them actually has made me feel a little bit upset, just because I really want makes that I love, and what I really find difficult is I'm constantly clearing out my wardrobe and looking for things that really I love. And when you make something, you've put a lot of effort into it, and then if you don't like it, you might not wear it as much, which is quite tricky. I think it's just one of those things basically. But I wanted to share them all with you because I know that everybody has those feelings about their makes sometimes, and I wanted to share that I do as well. Even though I've been sewing for a long time, when you try something new, or you try a new hack or a new fabric or whatever it is, sometimes things don't quite go as you want. But I have made some really beautiful things over the last couple of days, and I am really full of hope that I will make some more beautiful things this month to show you for my May Makes video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please press the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. Goodbye!